Hi everyone. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss about functions. In the functions which comes under the concept in programming in C and data structure subject. So I'm handling this for first year MCT. So let me discuss about functions and we'll discuss on the problems related to programs related to functions here. So let me move on to the next slide. First, we will see the definition of function. So why? Let me explain you with a real-time example why this function is very useful in programming language. So assume that you are going to a bank and you are just going to create an account in the bank. So normally, not only you are the one person who will go to the bank, so n number of customers will be there for using the bank here. So here, why this function concept is much more important in bank is what you people will do normally in bank is you will go to the bank and you will create an account, and already created account, maybe you want to deactivate it or you want to delete that account. You can do it, or you can withdraw the amount, or you can deposit the amount. These kind of activities will be taken happened in bank normally. So for each and every activity we can write a function. Say for example, if you're going to a bank and you're just going to create a new account, for creating a new account you can have a common function. So not only you, every customer who are entering into the bank will use that particular function. With that help of the function, you can create an account. Similarly, if you want to deactivate an account, a separate function can be written, and for 1,000 customers you can prefer the same function here. So that's what the definition goes on here. It's actually a large function or a large program which can be subdivided into n number of small blocks. That is the main definition of function here. So each function, normally if you take a main function which will have a scope where you are opening an open parenthesis and you are closing it, within that scope, whatever the thing you're using it, the lifetime validity will be up to that opening and closing parenthesis. This will be mandatory for all the user defined function and predefined function. So this is what the definition is. You're just dividing the large number of programs into small blocks. So the next, what actually the use of C function is, as I said before, n number of customers are entering into the bank. So the same function which you are going to create for the function which you are going to create for creating an account or deleting an account can be reusable for all the n number of customers who are arriving to the bank. So the main thing is reusability, and no need to rewrite the same code for all the large number of programs here. That is one of the advantage, and there is no limit in calling the function n number of times. You can call same function for how many number of times you need. It is it's up to you. So these are all the uses of C function here. And let me move on to the syntax of C function. If you take any function, there are three aspects available. The first one is called as function declaration, and the second thing is called as function definition, and the third one is called as function call. What is function definition is, the syntax goes on here. So the function definition, normally if you take a function name and the user is going to write any function on their own, means it should have a return type, whether it is integer or void or float or double or any kind of data type which you are using. And the next is function name. So if, for example, if I'm going to create an account, you can write a name on your own as create. Function name is integer, create is the function name. Return type is integer and function name is create, and you can pass argument inside the function here, and then you will have a body of the function. So normally a function definition and declaration, they are both are same. The difference is you should use semicolon in the declaration part. And function call, if you want to call, if a person is going to create an account, and the function will be somewhere inside the program, so you can use this function call to call that specific function whenever you want. So again, the declaration for function call is function name and how many arguments you are going to pass inside the function. So this is the three aspects of functions here. The next is how to call a C function. Normally there are two possible ways in calling C function. One is call by value and call by reference. We will be seeing an example for call by value here. So in call by value method, what we are going to see is, you already know about swapping. Swapping the number means we are just interchanging the numbers. Say for example, if A is having 30 and B is having 10, and your result should be, after swapping, A should be 10 and B should be 30. Okay, so that's what we are going to see here. And one more concept you are going to see inside this call by values, you should be studying about the actual parameter and formal parameter. The inside the function call, what arguments you are passing is called as actual arguments, and the copy of the arguments or moving on to the exact function, that is called as the formal. That is, copy is formal and actual parameter is nothing but the original value which you are going to pass inside the call by value. So let me explain this program. Swapping of two numbers using the call by value method, which is very important program. In all the IA exams or in all the semester exam, you can get any programs like call by value or call by reference. So let me explain you the program here. You're just starting with the main function, and before starting the main, you're just declaring the function declaration, that you're saying the compiler, like, I'm going to use a function name called as swap here, and which is having two arguments, that is A and B, and always the function declaration should end with the semicolon. And let me have the value for M as 22 and N as 44, and your resultant answer should be M should be 44 and N should be 22. And the next thing is, I'm just going to have a function call here, swap of M comma N. This part is called as the function call. Normally swap means it will find a match for the exact function which you have written in the large program. So if match is found, the M and N value will be copied to the A and B value. So A will have 22 and B will have 44. Now I'm going to, inside this function, I'm going to use a temporary variable to swap two numbers. And how I can swap is, first I'm just placing A value, that is 22, to the temporary variable, and then I'm just placing the B value to A now, and then the temporary variable's value will be copied to B. So this how using a third variable, I can swap the values here, and just printing the values in the sub function itself, that is the user defined function itself. And for your reference, you can print you can use the printf statement in both the main function as well as in the sub function to understand the clarity behind the program. So now we will check the result here. So if you check the result, the value swap, the value has been used before swapping is M is equal to 22 and N is equal to 44, and values after swap is A is equal to 44 and B is equal to what, 22 will be present here. So this is what we can understand about the function. We just saw about what is a function, what are all the uses of function, and what are all the three aspects of function, what is the syntax behind those three aspects, and what is call by value and call by reference. And we saw an example for what call by value, that is swapping of two numbers. So thank you for listening.